Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to YouTube.
Welcome to YouTube. Mary saying half of her boo. Mary wants to delete the video, but welcome to YouTube.
How's your Sunday going?
I worked all Sunday.
Yeah, I worked too.
It's
But I'm off
also
now.
it's
Now I'm
also my
ready.
birthday today.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
Maybe we can get a good audience. Oh, we got Zombie.
Zombie, you never let us down.
I know. Thanks for
As,
being supportive.
as Matt Hardy would say, I knew you'd come.
Yeah.
Did you see me leave that comment to that guy that's always hating on my videos? I commented in the words of Matt Hardy, I knew you'd come.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, I did see that actually. Now I think about it, I didn't get the reference then, but now I understand.
I knew you'd come. Because he said that to Jeff Hardy when they were doing the delete thing.
Oh yeah.
I knew you'd come.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that.
He comes like a blind zombie. He's living up to his gimmick.
Yeah, he's the man. Or shall I
Zombie,
say zombie?
zombie, 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 zombie. You remember the zombie on the first episode of the WWE version of ECW?
Yeah.
Sandman Candlestick the zombie.
Oh yeah, I do remember actually. I can't believe I do remember that though. I remember when WCW had Beetlejuice. It might have been the same guy that played the zombie on that ECW Day of Truth.
What's going on, country?
Yeah, welcome in, country. How's your night going?
I
They
told you
talk.
this country. I told you this morning Shaun would be here tonight.
Mhm. They actually let Cody Rhodes talk on the end of SmackDown. It was really good.
What did he say? Hey, I can talk.
And nah, he beat down some people, and he told Paul Heyman. He said the Steiner is always going to beat a Rhodes. I mean, the Rhodes is always going to beat a Steiner. It's the family name or something. But it was cool.
A family tradition, probably.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. The interesting thing though is that dude Bronson Reed was getting counted out, and they did the 6-7 thing once it got to 6-7.
6, 7.
Basically, that's what the announcers did, and then it was like it went on. They counted them out. Sorry to hear that, country. What's going on?
What country say? Let me scroll up.
She said yes and no good.
No, what's no good?
I think I asked her how her night was, and she said no good. I was thinking,
Oh, my night wouldn't be good either if I had to look at us.
yeah,
But we are AI generated. We can't help it.
yeah. It's only what our masters allow us to say.
This is AI, not a blemish on my face.
Not a wrinkle.
Hey, looking at my face, have you noticed any difference?
The shave.
Yeah.
Well, you have to look good for your birthday. That's a
I don't
must.
know. I don't know if I can look good. I don't think I can qualify for looking good.
Did you have a good dinner?
Yeah, I ate Chinese. I went out to a restaurant and ate Chinese.
Yeah, that's always good. It's the best. It's the best food for your buck.
Or dare I say, we always call it cat dog.
Yeah.
go out and eat some cat dog.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Doorbell.
Yeah, that's a notification on my phone.
Yep.
No, but I tell you what, when I was in back in 2008, back in 2008, I would get noticed in public all the time.
Yeah, yeah. He was on fire.
What I keep saying it, if I had the subscribers I had today and the views I had back then, I'd be a freaking millionaire.
Heck yeah.
Can you imagine getting like today getting 10,000 views after you post a video after like 3 hours?
Oh yeah. That'd be nice.
That's what I was doing back then.
That's crazy that they didn't pay back then. I guess it's because it was starting out.
Yeah, they didn't pay, but it's also why I was able to do it because there was no competition.
And also, it wasn't all that copyright stuff, and you got to be able to
No,
get away with it a little
copyrights
bit.
were worse. Copyrights were worse back then
Oh,
because that's how I lost my account was
that's
because
right. That's right.
I was
I
wearing an
forgot.
LAX T-shirt
Yeah.
and WWE claimed a copyright strike against it. Today, you don't get copyright strikes for wearing T-shirts.
Right.
If they have a problem with it, they'll just ask you to cut it out of your video. You can choose to cut it out of your video. As soon as you cut it out, you're okay. And they make it really simple. Like if I show copyrighted information on this video, which I have in the past, I've during our live stream, I've showed like WWE or TNA.
Right.
Everything's special about TNA.
Mm,
You should check out my videos. You would already have the answer, wouldn't you?
yes.
He'd already know, wouldn't he?
Yeah. But just give them a couple things and tell them to watch the videos. Though, give them a couple things that make it special.
Yeah.
Storyline. Storylines.
Storylines is the big one. Um, Storylines are better. Mike Santana's chase to the world heavyweight title and then still somehow away losing the world title and still having to struggle to get back to the world title that he already won, but he's trying to get back to the world title. The unpredictability, you never know who somebody can on any live show you could be watching a world title change. On any live show you could be watching X Division title change. On any live show you could be watching the women's title, tag team title, the men tag team titles.
Hold on one second.
The reason why AEW fans are scared of TNA is because they know what I just said. They know that TNA has direction. They know that their storylines are better, and they know that when TNA gets on a major television deal, they're going to be exposed for having the weaker product. Did you hear that, Sean?
Oh yeah, definitely. I was going to add to that is also it's more believable, more realistic.
Yeah, they know that there's no comparison.
I mean, for Christ's sakes, AEW's got to come up with chicken coop matches.
Chicken coop matches.
Where you got to put all the eggs in the basket, and you got to strangle a chicken to win.
And you have to be a real chicken to keep watching it.
And see, that's just the men's version of it. They got a women's version of it coming out called the Farmer's Daughter match.
Actually, the chicken coop match was teased as being part of the female wrestling. It was going to be
Oh,
for the female.
I know.
Hey, did you check out that video though where I was talking about the AEW and how stupid they were for starting a pay per view halfway in progress?
Yes,
What did you think of when I said that?
I thought it was funny. I thought that it makes sense. It's wearing out the crowd and also showing them too much for free.
Yeah, but you're saying why order this pay per view? Yeah, pretty much what you just said. Why order this pay per view? You can get it for free.
Yeah, and see, that's only good maybe once in a while on live TV or at the
Yes,
beginning.
a weekly show to start already in progress on a weekly show. I'm all for it because you don't have as much TV time. You don't have as much TV time. So if you want to say this is a great match, you might say that these guys have been going at it for 10 minutes before we came on the air.
Right.
So if they go another 4 minutes, that's a long TV match, but it's a super long match. If it's a super long match if you consider that they've already been wrestling for 10 minutes, and you can quickly what you do when you come on the air on a live program is you say you show them when the show starts, you show them a sequence of highlights from earlier what's already happened. So within 30 seconds, they see, let's say, 10 big moves within 30 seconds of watching.
Well, also, I mean, it happened during the pre-match warm up for the pay per view, right?
Yeah, and it transferred and it's kept on going right into their main event.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
that was poorly timed in the first place, though. I mean,
I
them guys should have wrapped it up.
yeah, they should have.
And first off, you have how many matches did they have pre-match? You know,
I had
at
no
least.
clue.
Well, anyway, you only have one or two, and the rest is promoting the pay per view. You don't need a bunch of matches before the pay per view. View
Waiting for my endorsement.
it'll come one day. Speaking into existence.
Yeah, the day Coca Cola endorses me is the day I retire.
Yeah, Coca Cola money. But what I'm saying though is AEW's got so many people on the roster, they got to show like 5, 6 matches pre-show, so nobody gets their feelings hurt.
Yeah, and you can't hurt their feeling. You can't hurt nobody's feelings because everybody in the company is a VP.
That and they get paid. They get paid even if they're sitting at home.
Everybody's fucking vice president,
Yeah.
EVP.
And then you said something about Kenny Omega going back with the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
I seen that. If he was going to be with the Young Bucks, he should have never left the Young Bucks, in my opinion.
Well, it's more of the kick, super kick, super kick, super kick, super kick, super kick means nothing, means nothing, means nothing, means nothing. Here's another super kick. Here's another super kick. It means nothing, means nothing. Here's another super kick. You see, as I'm doing this, you get tired of it, right?
Yes.
A super
And
kick, super kick, super kick. Here's another super kick, super kick, super kick. Here's another super kick. At some point, you wish I'd quit saying it, right? Super
yeah,
kick, super kick,
yeah,
super kick.
it can be annoying.
Well, if it means nothing, if somebody gets super kicked and they don't sell it, I, I tear. You see that right there? That's like a imaginary Darby Allen injury. There's an imaginary tear running down my face.
Did you notice the big guy wasn't selling it
What are you talking about?
when they super kicked that big guy that was in the ring? I don't even know the guy's name, but they super kicked him like 4 times and he didn't even sell it. So it
Well,
took
here's the
the
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the tear that I was talking about. The tear rolls down my eyes when I think about the fact that Shawn Michaels made millions of dollars from the super kick. And when he hit the super kick, it meant something.
yeah,
It meant something. You were done when he hit the super kick.
very
It
true.
you were done.
Yeah.
And
I
when
tell
Nick
you,
when Nick Jackson or Matt Jackson hits the super kick, you basically could drink a cup of coffee while he was super kicking you and never spill a drop.
yeah.
It means nothing. It's like, oh, I just got super kicked. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's irrelevant. I'm not even gonna twist my head.
And also, it don't help that everybody else on the roster does a super kick of their own.
Everybody does a fucking super kick.
Super
Super
kick
kick
for
for
everybody.
everybody.
Wouldn't it be crazy if they started a company that it was just all super kicks?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's funny that they make fun of themselves and they're like super kick party.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
At least
it's
Kenny
the,
Omega. What are you gonna say?
it's the party that nobody attends.
Yeah. They're still giving away tickets to their pay per views, even though they say they're selling well.
It's it's amazing. It's amazing how bad it is.
And then they was saying the other night that somebody was in the comments saying that TNA was piping in crowd noise. I really don't believe that was happening.
Yeah, for one, I don't even. I'm gonna knock on TNA right now. I don't even think TNA has the production level to pipe in noise on a live program.
Right. Now WWE does it all the time.
Yeah,
You're
but
only
it don't sound right when they do it. You know when they're doing it.
well, of course, because they do it when they want you to cheer for something that everybody else is booing. You're only
Yeah,
allowed to cheer who they want you to cheer.
dude, Mike Santana is a guy who overcame a drug problem, lost his house, lost his car, lost everything he fucking owned, got a contract with TNA, started going to rehab, um, got in the world title picture, and ultimately won the fucking world heavyweight title. How do you not get behind that?
Yeah. And then it's his first appearance after he loses it, and he's still out there being grateful to the crowd. They're gonna love it.
Yeah. He's the baby face. He's got the baby face story of all baby face stories.
Yeah.
And he's a true baby face. He's somebody you just want to support. He's not manufactured. You can't see me. You can't see me. You can't
Mm.
see me.
Plus, John was unlikable for years. He's
Yeah,
getting all this praise. Only reason he's getting all this praise now is because it's his
they know
retirement tour.
they know it's over.
Yeah, and I'm sure he's helped out a lot of kids though,
Yeah, he
and,
has
and certain people.
himself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely fattened the wallets and he buried a lot of people.
Let's see. You're gonna go back to the back of the fucking line. All right, let's do this because I don't know if you noticed, but this is the first video I ever had editing on since I came back. I bought some software to edit my
Okay.
videos. So you're going to see a higher production level from my videos from now on.
And plus, didn't you? Is it just me or did you start adding where you can see more videos after the video?
No, I've been doing that.
Oh, okay. All right. For some reason, I didn't notice before. I just ended up watching them.
Trying to get it dead in the middle. Right there.
Yeah.
1990s. And from there, when Blog Talk Radio was born, I launched I'm Ken Jones. I got into pro wrestling. And like we always do this, just say when you want to comment and I'll hit the pause button.
All right.
Pro wrestling online in the 1990s. And from there, when Blog Talk Radio was born. How do you like the fact that I put the Blog Talk Radio logo on the screen?
That's pretty cool.
Because I know a lot of people probably never heard of that.
Right, you was just giving them, yeah, you was giving them the idea of where it came from.
Yeah, I did. Dude, I had radio shows with 6,000 listeners live.
Wow.
I launched a radio show known as Talk Wrestling Live. I've been talking about professional wrestling online for a very, very long time. First, I used to talk about Monday Nitro, their pay-per-views, and Thunder. And from there, I transitioned into being a TNA guy. I talked on Talk Wrestling Live. I built quite a following. Back in the early days, it was AOL, talking on the AOL forums, uploading my sound clips to the AOL forums, and we were one of the few at first. Look how young I am right there.
I know all them years ago.
I'm 19 years old when this is happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and is that a TNA shirt right in there, or is that?
No, that's I'm wearing a TNA shirt.
Oh, okay.
That's the first year of TNA's existence.
All right, he was already on board.
People on the internet talking about wrestling. And in the audio that's playing in the background, I say I was the first among people talking about wrestling online. And as I'm showing you a clip of me talking about wrestling from probably 2002.
And I think it was. I thought it was also neat that like, people remember you for then because like people talk about you on Reddit and everything else.
What do they say about me on Reddit?
They wonder where you went and stuff like that. But this is from like a few years back. But they say different stuff about how it was cool and stuff. They missed you, and you mentioned some other names that you guys used to be, like the Shoot Warriors and stuff like that. They've also, yeah, you can play it.
Talking about on Blog Talk Radio, which is gone. Blog Talk Radio has come and went, and we used to have live callers on Blog Talk Radio, and we talk about professional wrestling. And we have all kinds of callers. People call in during the early TNA, not early. It was the pay-per-view era. I'm in my bathtub with a WWE logo behind me. I'm saying the product's watered down. I'm spraying myself with water. You get it, right?
Yeah,
Monthly pay-per-view era.
that is real funny.
I'm just drowning myself saying the product's watered down. But I remember when Booker T was going to happen. I was just putting that in context because I figured you probably weren't understanding why I was spraying myself.
I didn't the first time around though, but I didn't see that angle for some reason. But that's funny.
As a mystery partner, there's a WWE logo in the background. I'm just spraying myself, going, "You can't see me."
I also like how you burnt that WWE logo.
It's gonna be Booker T. He turned out to be Booker T. Yeah, that was the one I got the cease and assist letter from.
Oh wow.
T. But he was Kevin Nash and Scott Hall were both tied up in. I'm truly an entertainer. That's what I like doing.
And that Zach Mintz character, do you have any video of that?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You think I should do like a documentary on Zach Mintz?
Possibly.
Into the match. I can't really recall everything, but a caller called in and said that he's on the mystery partner. This was the first house show right here. It's the first house show in South Carolina for TNA.
Heck yeah.
Was Kevin Hall. And speaking of people recognizing me, the X Division title I'm wearing, it's not my title. Somebody asked me to use that. They had the title, and they wanted me to use it and shoot a video with that title.
Oh, interesting.
So that's why I'm wearing that title. Because a fan asked me to do a video with the title. Kevin Hall. This Kevin Hall story is hilarious. Somebody called in and said that the mystery partner was Kevin Hall, a mixture in between Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Just hilarious shit like that. It became so on our radio show for a long time. Our favorite wrestler was Kevin Hall. Whenever someone would talk about greats, we'd be like, "Is he greater than Kevin Hall?" Just inside jokes after inside jokes. And then I got into, oh yeah, and look, I'm drowned in there. If you haven't seen my videos about Zach Mintz, Zach Mintz was an alter ego. He was a WWE fan. You can't see me, but he loved it for all stupid reasons. Well, all WWE fans love WWE for stupid reasons. But his was he felt he had a skateboard, so he was cooler than you. That was actually a clip where I stripped butt naked and mooned the camera. Another reason I got a strike on YouTube. So that's
You're just going all wild.
Than you are. Just ridiculous, over the top shit like that. And I can't help but toot my own horn. Like when I'm doing like talking to the microphone at that house show, you can see the entertainment aspect of me.
Yeah. You definitely definitely was getting it done for real. I can see a inside look on it, and I understand. I understand a lot more because of it.
And we used to always talk to them as if they talk about them as if they were real people. Yeah, we used to fuck with callers all the time. They'd call in and we'd be like, they'd be like, "Who's your favorite wrestler?" And they'd be like Bret Hart, and we'd be like, "You think he matches up against Kevin Hall? What about Zach Mintz?" That's what made our show so different than everybody else's show because we wouldn't like, yeah, every show is just a recap of what happened. They're just talking about the latest episode of Raw, the latest episode of SmackDown. There, as our shows were always different. We'd be like, "Yeah, did you check out Kevin Hall's match?" You getting it now? You're starting to get it, aren't you?
Yeah. And also the thing about that is it's funny they call in and they're like just stumped when you said that to them probably.
And that was and of course half the people listening got the joke because they had been listening before, and the other people, half of them were just confused. So, and of course, at the time you YouTube Zach Mintz, you'd find the videos. I enjoy entertainment. I don't perceive myself like Dave. This is what I talk about Dave Meltzer. Listen to what I say. Meltzer, a pro wrestling journalist. I don't see myself like that. I don't see myself like the Ango show as a wrestling news reporter. I don't see myself like that. I don't see myself like Chris Van Vliet. Here's a microphone interview, said wrestler. Yeah, never have, never will. I'm just a passionate TNA fan that thinks TNA wrestling is the best damn wrestling on the face of the earth. And I just spill my guts about how I feel about TNA wrestling. I don't claim to be a reporter, don't claim to be a journalist. I don't claim any of that. I'm just a tie-hard TNA wrestling fan. And that's all I am. And when I got onto YouTube, YouTube was creative. It was interesting. When I got on YouTube around 2005, I got on YouTube and we talked about professional wrestling, and everybody got in on it. When I started talking about wrestling on YouTube, it blew up. It was a whole community of people that, quote unquote, were YouTube shooters. People that shot the shit about professional wrestling. They were YouTube shooters, and everybody who had an opinion about wrestling would jump on. WWE fans, TNA fans, everything. It attracted every kind of person. I'm thinking names like Oliver Scott and Moral Virus and Truth Slayer. Those people, we changed
how people perceived wrestling on YouTube. We were wrestling on YouTube. We were wrestling on YouTube. If you looked up wrestling on YouTube, you'd probably find our video before you'd find WWE's content or TNA's content. We were, we were.
And what I mean by that, at the time, it's not like today where WWE has a YouTube account and TNA has a YouTube account. They didn't even think of YouTube as what it was going to become. We were ahead of the curve, and and our content was more accessible than their content. The only way their content got on there is if a random person would upload it and put it on YouTube, and then guess what would happen? It would get copyright striked and taken down. Where so our content was the only original content that was being allowed.
Yeah. Even backyard wrestling was a little more than regular wrestling back then on YouTube.
Yeah.
Were out there, and we were talking about everything that happened in wrestling and everything that was past, present, and future. It was a fun time to be, and I thought those were great times, great freaking times. And now I have 10,000. Well, I almost have 10,000 subscribers. I imagine if I had the following that I had back then and the subscribers that I had today, I said it before, I'll say it again, I'd be a fucking millionaire. I'd be a fucking millionaire. Because back then, people didn't get paid to be on YouTube. You didn't get paid to talk about anything, more or less talk about wrestling. People didn't get paid to talk about YouTube, do YouTube videos. It wasn't a thing. YouTube was brand freaking new off the presses. And I just have to say, I want to bring it back to what it was. I don't like the slick angle Joe, this man Blue. I don't like that stuff. And I ain't knocking them, and I hope they keep on making money doing what they're doing. But I want YouTube to return to original content, not people like Devon Dudley, who doesn't have a creative personality. It's that Devon Dudley has a wrestling following, so that's why his YouTube channel is big. He doesn't produce a good content show. It's not that. It's that he has a wrestling personality, so people watch him. The same reason with Jim Cornette and Eric Bischoff. So all these wrestlers that have jumped in on this because they said, hey, look, we can use our name and we can skip the line. Well, you're going to go back to the back of the fucking line where you bitches belong. Because just because you have a following in wrestling doesn't mean you're a content creator. Because you're not a content creator. This is our world. And it's time we take our world back. It's time the moral viruses, the Oliver Scotts, the MB700s, and the Ken Joneses of this world take the YouTube wrestling community back. Because we are the YouTube wrestling community. I'm Ken Jones. I'm signing off.
Yeah, you need to start putting more videos out like that here soon, man.
What do you mean by more like that?
I mean, the old clips. I mean, every once in a while. Like, show them why you were still doing this. Give them a backstory a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That one was great. It gave me a better understanding. And I'm sure it could get views.
It would be nice if it gets views.
I'm sure it could. I mean, you've only been doing this what 5 months now?
The 4.
Say 4.
Where
You're doing
does
pretty. You're doing
oh
pretty good.
let me see. Let me Google where to look. I don't even know where to look. How do I know how long I've been on YouTube? How do I know how old my YouTube account is? How old is my YouTube account? Let's see what this video says, so I can try to figure it out.
All right.
Dude. It says, go to your Google account, personal info. YouTube. Let's see if I can find it. Personal info. Damn it. I still don't know where it is. How old is my YouTube account?
Turn on these settings if you want to go faster. First, you need.
Damn it, I wish I could figure this out. Hey, YouTube, in the old days, it actually said it on your profile on your YouTube channel. You remember that?
Yeah. Actually, I do. Couldn't you go back to the first time you put a new video up?
That's what I could do. I could go look and see the date of my first video.
Yeah.
Let's see what that video even looks like. Shorts, latest, oldest. It was, holy shit, it was Kent Jones on Trick Williams wins the TNA World Championship.
Mm.
Let's look at the date. Yeah, we should check this one out because I do acknowledge the fact that it's been a while. All right. When's the date? Where's it put the date at? I know it's on here, right? Where the publishing date?
I would think.
I see it says 5 months ago, but I want the date. Let's go to edit video, see if it'll tell me there. Uh, I don't have no end screens on the video. I'm gonna go ahead and put some end screens on it. Okay. What is? Damn it. There's got to be somewhere it's got the fucking details. trying to figure it out.
Yeah, it seems more confusing than it should be.
It should be so fucking simple, shouldn't it?
It really should.
Because people like knowing dates of when videos came out.
Right. You might be able to.
Date. I think I found the other video dates. All right, I just got to find that one now. I just got to find that one. Either that or scroll all the way to the. I guess I can scroll all the way back. I hate having to do it this way.
I know, but does videos have like analytics?
Yeah, they do.
Can you go and find a date through that?
No, I'm scrolling back right now. I'm on. Let's see. Scroll back. I'll eventually get there. My first video was actually me and my son.
Oh, okay.
And it was published on May 23rd, 2005. May 23rd of this year.
All right.
My first wrestling video was on May 26th, 3 days later.
All right.
Let's put it back on the screen so I can show you what I'm talking about. You see this one right here?
Yeah.
That's me and my son have a race. We're at the park.
Mhm.
This was the first video I posted back.
Heck yeah. Yeah.
So that was my first video back.
That's
But
cool.
my first wrestling video was this one.
Mhm.
It's been a long time, folks. Me, Ken Jones.
I opened the video by saying it's been a long time, folks.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's been a long time, folks. Me, Ken Jones. A lot in my life has changed, and I have a son now, as you can see in some of the previous videos, and I try to be a better person than I've been in the past. Some of the controversial stuff that I've said about Eddie Guerrero and whatnot, I still have some of my controversial views, but I try to be more respectful and not present them. And today I'm a diehard Green Bay Packer fan.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Speaking in Aaron Rodgers days, but here's what it is. Let's talk about what brought me to the dance on YouTube. TNA Wrestling, the WWE.
Now, what's going to be interesting is I'm going to lay out why I like. I'm going to lay out what I like about Trick Williams being world champion, and it's exactly what I say I like actually happens. Listen to what I say.
Obviously, I present myself first as an anti-WWE fan for TNA Wrestling, and I don't watch WWE. I definitely appreciate WWE more since Triple H has taken over.
obviously the working relationship. As I've always thought that WWE and TNA should work together. I've always thought wrestling companies should work together. I thought that was what was best for the business, and I think it's been proven that it is. I really wish the WWE Monday Night Raw and SmackDown was working in TNA wrestling, but that's not what's going on. What is going on is Trick Williams just won the TNA World Heavyweight title, and you would probably think that I would think that that's a bad thing. That's not true. I see potential in Trick. I think he could bring a lot of potential to TNA wrestling because, for one, WWE will push him because he's a WWE guy. TNA should push him because he's hella talented. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's a good guy that both companies could get behind for their own reasons. Anyways, I just wanted to say hey, and hopefully you subscribe and like if you like it. Anyways, Ken Jones signing out.
What'd you think of that as a comeback video?
That was pretty nice. It was something simple, but it was good. But it caught the fever underneath you again, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
When was your next video after that? Like 2 days later?
Holy shit! I'm looking at the title. Jesus did not die on a cross.
Oh wow.
I will do. I love those controversial statements.
Am I the only one that thinks Sandman was slightly better than Stone Cold Steve Austin? Especially after their gimmick. I mean, obviously Stone Cold was in a bigger.
Check out my dogs in the background just chilling. Can you see that?
Oh, I can see him now. That is funny. And then you get the big Green Bay Packers banner.
Audience, but Sandman clearly had the better character. For those of you who haven't heard, Kurt Angle sent a message to Sandman: if you have a problem with me, do something about it, pussy. That's what Kurt Angle said to Sandman in regards to the crucifixion angle that took place in ECW in 1995. Oh, I'm sorry, October of 1996. Kurt Angle was in attendance that night and got mad over an angle that took place. They crucified, I believe they crucified Raven. And it really made
Do you remember that when that happened?
Yeah. Well, I don't remember when it happened, but I seen it on a DVD.
Angle mad. He left that night. Angle was talking with ECW about becoming a part of their product, and it didn't happen.
All right, I'll admit I don't really care for this video because I don't have that excitement level.
Let me touch on the video just for a sec, though.
Go ahead.
Kurt Angle had a problem with Sandman on the cross, but yet it was okay when the Undertaker did it.
Yeah, so true.
Did you ever see where Shawn Michaels' partner versus Vince McMahon was God?
Yeah.
Santana versus Trick Williams. I think they exchanged their head on NXT. This storyline is hot. I'm telling you, these two guys can work the microphone. Santana is absolutely awesome on the microphone, and so is Trick. And I love the fact that Trick is like, I'm only disliking the fans if they dislike me. He wasn't all heel. He was definitely had some heelish things about him, but he wasn't a full blown heel. I like that. I like that he's human. Both these guys just come off as real life people you could meet in the street. They don't come up like.
Now this is way before Slammiversary, so I'm talking like this before Slammiversary. So I'm not a bandwagoner. I've been talking this way for a while.
Right. And it's your opinion.
Characters come off as real. I really like that about both of them. And man, I don't want to say too much about Joe, but to me, I never could get into him. He seemed too character. He seemed too.
Now here's me way back before, way back. This was back in May, and I'm talking about I don't like Joe Henry.
I got to use the restroom, but I'm going to still be able to hear it where I'm using it. You can still play it, and I can hear it.
So I'm talking like how much I don't like Joe Henry, and I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, you just don't like Joe Henry because he's leaving." This is me proving that I didn't like Joe Henry well before that.
Right. And also, did Joe Henry, do you think he ever had a decent match, though? All right. Hold on a second. But you can still play it. Like I said, I can hear it.
He seemed too. He was a merchandise.
This is what I say. He's a merchandise seller. He is a WWE guy. That's what I basically say.
So it was
He is too WWE for me,
Right.
he was a TNA guy.
even though he was a TNA guy.
Yeah.
Sports entertainer. He didn't come across as a pro wrestler. These two guys don't even come across as pro wrestlers. They come across as people who can meet in the street. And some of them, and two guys you don't want to wrong. That's what they come across as. And I really appreciate that.
That's what I said about Mike Santana. He comes across as somebody that you could meet in the street, but you probably don't want to meet in the street because he would beat your ass.
So where's Trick Williams at now? Is he still TNA?
No,
I didn't think so.
So
he's still on NXT, but he's not part of TNA. Well, he hasn't been featured on TNA in a while.
Okay.
this feud, I'm guessing that they're ultimately going to have their finish at Slammiversary. And I hope this Santana goes over. I'm saying that just because I'm a diehard TNA fan. Both these guys are highly entertaining. And I hope this lasts. I hope it goes on for a little while. Because these guys can really entertain. Anyways, Kento signing out.
So what?
It was like short and to the point, and how you feel about certain things.
Yeah, well, it seems that way. A lot of my videos back then were.
It wasn't a whole lot going on either, though. And you still was getting
Yeah.
your footing back.
I'm scrolling through, looking to see if anything looks really interesting.
What's your most watched? What's your most watched video since you've been back?
Oh, I think it's a short that I did on the beach,
Heck
on
yeah.
Topsail Beach,
Oh, okay.
which is cool because I was asking people to subscribe on that.
That's pretty cool.
So I want to talk about
Actually, hold on one second.
All right.
Where'd you say that picture of me and Dixie Carter was? Are you there?
Yeah.
I was looking for that picture of Dixie Carter, but I can't find it.
Hell yeah. At least,
All right.
at least it's there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. All right. This video I'm talking about going to Detroit, Michigan to see Bound for Glory. Recall that I explain it. I'll just play it.
So I want to talk about the first time I went to Bound for Glory in Detroit, Michigan. This was probably 10 years ago. Anyways, it was a long trip from South Carolina, where I lived at the time, all the way to Detroit, Michigan. And
Think about that. From South Carolina to Detroit, Michigan in a car ride to go see a TNA pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's dedication for sure.
I don't know why, but
just never seemed like it was going to end. The trip went on and on. All the way there, and we were talking about all the way there how it was going to be so awesome to see TNA in a big arena, because it had been years, because TNA had been in the Impact Zone for years. And we weren't going to see what it was like because we were going to be in the arena. And we get our room, and the day before, which was the day of Fan Fest. So when we get there, we go straight into Fan Fest. It was the most awesome Fan Fest, anything like this. By the way, WWE wasn't doing anything like this. They weren't doing the fan access stuff back then. They weren't doing nothing like this. This was a TNA concept that they copied. Did you realize that?
I didn't realize that. I would have had no idea.
The Fan Fest was extraordinarily awesome. And obviously it was awesome. WWE copied it. And I remember just I didn't get in any of the long lines. I didn't get in the Kurt Angle. Well, Kurt Angle wasn't there because Kurt Angle just had a child. So he didn't make the Fan Fest. He only made the pay-per-view. But there were so many guys. I only got in the lines of the guys who were not really the bigger talents. And Team Canada, I remember hanging out with Pete Williams for like an hour and a half. I remember hanging out with those guys for quite a long time. I hung out with them because nobody was got in their lines because they were nobodies pretty much.
Right. But it was cool. It was appreciating you.
Because nobody was in their line. That's no knock on Pete. Pete Williams is a phenomenal talent. I said that's no knock on Petey. He's a phenomenal talent.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't even think he had a match that for the pay-per-view. Yeah, he didn't even have a match.
Mm.
But he's a phenomenal talent. And I just really enjoyed myself. Because if you got in the Sting line, you would spend your whole Fan Fest standing in the Sting line. You wouldn't do nothing else. If you got in the Kurt Angle line, same thing. If you got in any of the big star lines, those were going to be the only guy you met.
Yeah.
And you were only going to get like 15 seconds with him.
Right.
I went and talked to Petey Williams and hung out with him for an hour and a half. Don't you think that's more quality in my time?
Oh, yeah, exactly. That'd have been cool. And didn't he invent the Canadian Destroyer?
Yes.
That people copy to this day?
Yes. Spectacular thing I've ever seen in my life. To this day, the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life, as far as wrestling goes, is Hernandez got on the top of the steel cage and jumped off, and it was just I went back and watched it on YouTube. It does it no justice whatsoever. Just seeing it live was the most insane thing a human being could witness. Another human being. Well, what are you talking? 25 feet in the air, jumping. And he landed on other wrestlers, but he's 25 feet in the air. I can't imagine the people that have watched Kurt Angle do the moonsault off the top of the cage, what they must have been thinking. That's why you get those holy shit chants. Because it is insanity. Oh, yeah. Do you remember when Hernandez jumped off the top of the cage?
No, but now I got to check it out.
But like I said, it doesn't do it any justice when you watch it on tape.
Right.
There was another spot where I believe it was Abyss through Taco, and it was supposed to be onto the stage, but it was just mattresses and boxes, and everybody in the arena seen the mattresses and the boxes. But guess what? They were still chanting, "Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!"
I know it came across really bad on TV, but it was still, people enjoyed it, and that's what matters most. We all know wrestling's scripted, and that spot could have been a lot better. But the live audience feeling like they seen something special because they seen something get exposed. That was almost more interesting than just seeing the spot without seeing them go through what we believed was the stage. We felt like we were seeing something unique that we weren't supposed to see. Anyways, let's talk about the ride home. I'm from the South, and you can probably tell by my accent. And I'm sorry, but people up north do not know how to cook. And the food up north is horrible. Everything is horrible. Everything tastes like cardboard. Biscuits so hard you can throw them. Come to a McDonald's, even a McDonald's down south. We cook our biscuits from scratch. Up north, never happens. Something as simple as a biscuit is disappointing to eat up north. It was horrible, absolutely horrible. Everything was horrible. No matter what we ate, it just tasted horrible. If you've never been down south and enjoyed the good food down south, you owe yourself that treat. If you've been eating miserably your whole life, you don't even know you deprive children. There's a reason why I'm so big. Our food is good. And I'm telling you, we had the worst gas, and we were stuck in the car for 13 hours.
Oh wow!
We all were farting. The car, we were trying to roll the windows down. The car had a stench for 2 days after we got out of it. It was horrible. Everything was giving us gas because we just aren't used to this horrible food. I know that's a weird way to end the video, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm Ken Jones. I'm signing off. Please check out the other videos. Subscribe to the channel. And hit that like button. Thanks.
What'd you think of that one?
I thought it was cool, and I thought it was cool how you ended it too, because it was just explaining the whole trip from the beginning to the end. It made me laugh. And you're right about North food, and the portions are smaller too.
Everything tastes like fucking cardboard.
It really
Okay,
does too.
this is one of my non-wrestling videos, but I kind of want to watch it.
All right.
Hey, Logan. All right, let's watch this. It's about Logan Paul. Do you know what he did with the Suicide Forest thing?
I don't think so.
He filmed the dead body in the forest, in the Suicide Forest in Japan, and he got in a lot of trouble over it from YouTube. They almost suspended him off YouTube. But it's the reason why a lot of people discovered Logan Paul was because it created so much media attention.
Okay, I got you.
Let me assure you of one thing. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
I said, let me assure you of one thing. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
That's true.
Good publicity, bad publicity. It's all publicity. Controversy creates cash. There's no doubt about it. And that brings me to Logan Paul. If it wasn't for the Suicide Forest incident where Logan Paul created content with a dead body in his video, where he showed a dead body in the Japanese Suicide Forest. He later brought the video down, I will agree. But ultimately, that video is why I watch Logan Paul. Because the controversy surrounding him, I didn't have a clue who Logan Paul was, but I instantly, when I seen it on CNN, the fact that he was on CNN being talked about, probably for the first time ever, Logan Paul was being talked about on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, all the major networks were reporting this. Logan Paul shows over 1 billion people. That's billion with a B. Over 1 billion people search Logan Paul. Who is Logan Paul on Google?
Think about that.
And they found his channel, and they started watching it. And some people watched with Nick.
In case you don't know this, Logan Paul makes $1 million a day.
Wow.
Some people
You think he needs the WWE? He makes $1 million a day.
No.
watch, but I'm just going to see what this is really about. This is what I tuned in and started watching. I wanted to know what it was about. I wanted to know that it really happened. And it led to me watching not only Logan, but watching Jake Paul as well. And it led to millions of people watching the Paul. This thing that's seen as the most negative thing in Logan Paul's life actually turned out to be a huge positive. Now, will Logan come out and say it? Probably not, because he likes to acknowledge it as a mistake. And was it a mistake? It might have been, but in the eyes of viewership, in the eyes of getting his brand out there, it clearly was not a mistake. It was a very positive thing. Did it hurt mental health? Did it hurt the fight against mental health? Well, he sent $1 million to raise awareness for mental health. So even
Hey, can you pause it for a second? I got to go and handle something on my back, in the back.
Okay. Who's still watching? I see.
Hey, what's up with these clothes? Do they need to put in a dryer for you? I don't know. Been here. Oh, cool. That's the first thing I'm going to work too. Yeah, I know. Okay.
What's going on? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing?
All right, it's fine. We're going to take care of. You know all that needs to be done tonight?
How are you doing? How are you doing? What's up, country?
All right.
Subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Yeah. Are you watching it? Yeah. You know, for you? Yeah. Oh, sorry.
What is going on? I hate to hear that, buddy.
I think I might have to go, man.
What's going on?
I got to do some laundry, cook something real quick for the wife.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye. Y'all be good. All right. I'm going to head on out too.